The U.S. and China have begun a new round of talks aimed at resolving their dispute over trade tariffs. The negotiations in London follow a phone call between Donald Trump and China's leader Xi Jinping last week. The two countries said last month that they had agreed to suspend most of the tariffs that they imposed on each other for 90 days. The dispute was threatening to escalate into a full-scale trade war. President Trump is expecting these talks to go well. I asked our financial correspondent Jens Korda in New York if that's likely to happen.
Well, I mean, it appears to be. We do hear that the trade delegation of the U.S. got some extra power for those negotiations. What we do not expect is that something final will be decided. It's more about getting closer, getting something done in the near future. So we will not have a final trade agreement between the two largest economies on the planet. But it does appear that the two sides are getting closer and that those trade negotiators are getting a bit more power from the U.S. president.
And what are the sticking points to reaching an agreement?
Yeah, I think it's important to say that at this point, it's not so much about tariffs, it's more about export restrictions. If we look at the US side, for example, they depend on rare earths out of China, magnets, but also some ingredients for pharmaceuticals, and some of those exports out of China to the US are actually on hold at the moment. So that's supposed to change probably rather soon. And then on the other side, China is interested to stop export restrictions. So to China, if we're talking airplane engines, for example, and especially some high-tech products, semiconductors especially. So that's basically what those talks are mostly about.
So this isn't really about tariffs. What's it about?
Yeah, well, I mean, tariffs will be a talking point later on. If you remember, we had those tariffs implemented a while ago, 145% from the US side, 125% from the Chinese side. That got paused on May 20th for 90 days, meaning on August 12th. Some solution has to be found. Right now we have tariffs from the US side in the amount of 30%, from the Chinese side on 10%. But as I said, the main tariffs are put on talk. So this topic will definitely come up in the next couple of weeks. But for now, it's mostly about those export restrictions and not so much about tariffs.
All right, our financial correspondent Jens Korda in New York for us. Jens, as always, thank you.